getting those moments and those hits of physical, intimate connection and touch with our partner are incredibly important. If we want to improve or have more physical connection with our partner, quite often we need to reduce the pressure of sex and reduce the pressure that this is going to lead somewhere else, or that this is about something other than me connecting with you and showing appreciation and love with you. Now, there is room and space for those moments where we know what we're going to do and it's more maybe sexual in nature. But if you want to improve and you're asking this question about increasing physical intimacy, then my guess is you're asking the question in its broad spectrum of increasing intimacy in every sense of the word. And most of us were touch deprived, especially in the Western culture. When we look at people in the United States or say Europe, quite often touch deprived in comparison to say maybe Latin culture where there's a lot more touch. So if we want to increase our touch or our physical intimacy, we might start with little hits of touch that don't have that pressure or that sense of this is about this or that. A couple suggestions that I have for you is start hugging more often. I had the pleasure to interview Dr. Paul J. Zak. He's one of the leading researchers on oxytocin. And in his research, he found that when men get 9 to 12 hugs a day, they are happier, they live longer, and they have less stress hormones pumping through their body, and they are a lot less likely to get cancer or any other type of illness. So those hugs are incredibly important, especially for us as men. And I think that in part it's because as men, we don't tend to exchange touch very often with other people, and we tend to do that more with our intimate partner. That doesn't mean that women don't need it though, too. Most of the people who are asking this question about increasing physical intimacy tend to be gendered as female, and they're asking this question because they're not asking certainly more for sex, but they're asking more for physical intimacy in every spectrum, but also physical intimacy without the pressure of sex. So if we want to increase it, add hugs, add kisses. You can create more depth in your relationship by having small rituals of connection and engagement. You can do a hug 2 seconds or 2 breaths. All of us can do that. Another one is you could try a 3 or 5 second kiss. So when you greet each other or you part ways or before you go to bed, you could give each other a kiss that's a little extra longer. You could try pillow talk, so before you go to bed, you're both there. You can look at each other. You can hold hands. You can squeeze each other. You can cuddle. And that also presents another opportunity if you like. But the main idea is that we're having more physical contact that does not have that pressure, but can lead to something if we want it to. My main thing here, though, is that we need to define intimacy as being a spectrum of expression and not just sex and not just physical touch, but the whole spectrum. And if we can include more moments of physical engagement throughout the day, then our bodies will feel calmer, our nervous system will feel more relaxed, and then we will feel more open.